I want to recommend to you now a book which I think is very hard to classify. It's been said to be the best philosophy book, or the most popular philosophy book ever sold. 20 odd million copies, I think, believe, of this one has been sold. But it's not a philosophy book. It's you might say it's a travel book. You might say it's an instruction book. You might say it's a book on a way of life. You might say it's a book about human relationships. It's about a book about a person discovering themselves. It's certainly a journey book, and it's a book which is entitled Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which is rather a bit of a misnomer for the book, because it is not really about Zen, and it's not really about motorcycle maintenance either. So if you're thinking to yourself, actually, I'm not into Zen and I'm not into motorcycle maintenance, then it may still be the book for you. It's a book which I read probably once every couple of years. And that's because not just do I like the characters involved in the book, it's because it takes you into worlds which again you may not be familiar with, and it certainly introduced me to a whole set of ideas which I'd never thought about before, some of which I had and some of which I haven't. It talks about things like the scientific method. It talks about the way in which you can understand knowledge, the theories of knowledge, what is real knowledge. It understands about truth as well, and what really is important in truth. And most of all, though, the book is about the search for the best of whatever it is that you may want to classify. Let's call it quality. He talks about quality in this book a lot, how you can find out what is a quality item, how to define quality, or rather how not to define quality, as he eventually puts it. You can buy these books second hand. I got this one second hand. I've got 2 or 3 copies of it now, and I've got it online too. It talks about things like analysis, and that may sound boring and difficult, but actually he makes it very interesting. He starts off. It's about a journey across across America. It's about a guy on a motorbike taking his son on a trip from one side of America to the other side, stopping off in different ways, talking about the scenery, and at each location relating to different people, and giving what he calls chautauquas, which are kind of little talks about things about life. Certainly a book which you will benefit from hugely. It's an almost unclassifiable work, and on its simple level, it's a trip across America. But on another level, it's a range of discourses from how to live, an inquiry into what is best, and to a philosophy that can reconcile science, religion, humanism. And on another level, it's a book at the story's own narrative visit to its own forgotten past. It's a many-leveled, multi-layered book which you can view on any particular level that you want. Let me give an example of the kind of prose that you'll find within it. I just found this section here which I thought almost at random. But he talks about, he's on a journey. They're climbing up a mountain, in actual fact. He and his son, they've got off their motorbike and they just wanted to camp for a day or two and go out into the wilderness to see what the mountain was like. And he said, mountains should be climbed with as little effort as possible, and without desire. The reality of your own nature should determine the speed. If you become restless, speed up. If you become winded, slow down. You climb the mountain in an equilibrium between restlessness and exhaustion. And then, when you're no longer thinking ahead, each footstep isn't just a means to an end, but it's a unique event in itself. This leaf has jagged edges. This rock looks loose. From this place, the snow is less visible, even though closer. And these are things which you should notice anyway. But to live only for some future goal is shallow. It's the sides of the mountain which sustain life, not the top. Here and now is where things grow. It's a description then of, it's not so much the journey that you're taking to a particular place, rather it's the journey itself, and you're on that journey now. Well, he's on a journey. He's on a journey across America on a bike, and although you might not like motorcycles, I think you would like this. 20-odd million people have liked it, and it's certainly another one of those must-read books in my view. It's a must-read book for me over and over again. Robert Pirsig, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Highly recommended.